Hey everyone, welcome back to day 6 of the pizza application build. So in this video, we will be building the cart screen so that we can see all the items that we just added to the cart. So in the previous videos, we went ahead and built up the home screen, the navigation part, and the pizza design screen, and we also implemented the add to cart functionality as well as the remove from cart functionality. So in this video, as I told, we will be implementing the cart screen and simply show the details of the items that we just added to the cart, and also we will be giving the user a choice to add more items to the cart, that is this component. So let's get started first. So let's check out the demo. Okay, so we have built till here, that is after selecting the size and adding the item to the cart, we can see the go to cart button. So on press of that button, we will be taken to the next screen. So let me first create a screen. So yeah, so before that, I have also created a file called as sites.js and then added some data. So this will be sent in the description in the form of a link, so the no need to worry. So that this is useful to design this component. Yeah, so first let me go and create a new screen in our screens folder and name it card screen .js, and then rnfes to get the shorthand code snippet. Okay, so let us go back to our pizza component where we have that go to cart button. No, not the pizza component. I think it's there inside our pizza screen. Yeah, over here. So on press of this button, we will navigate to the next screen. So let us first initialize navigation. It's already initialized. So let's create an on press event on the pressable, that is over here. So on press. So here we will write navigation.navigate. Yeah, so over here we will pass the name of the screen we want to navigate to. So we have still not initialized our screens in our stack navigator. So let's go initialize it over there. So over here, stack.screen, our name is going to be cart and component is going to be cart screen, and over here we will be showing the header. So let us remove these options and let us import our cart screen from our screens folder. So now save the file, come back to our pizza screen, and then over here we will pass the name, that is cart. So save the file. So now on press of this button, we should be taken to the next screen. So let's try that out. Yeah, so we are navigating to the next screen in the right way. So now let's go style up the cart screen. So let's go over here, and then over here let us get our access to our cart and the set cart with the help of the use context hook equals to use context. Here we will pass our context, that is cart items, and let us also import use context from React. Alright, so now let us make use of the map function so that we get each and every element in the list, and then we will design it according to our styles. Okay, so just after the view, we will make use of the map as I said. So cart.map, for every item inside our map, we will render a pressable. And let's also import pressable from React Native. Yeah, so the first thing which we see over here is a view, a view which contains a image, and then towards the right we have the basic details. So let's first initialize a view too. Over here let us take the image tag, import it from our native. So our image takes a source. Over here this takes the URI. Over here it has to be the item.image, that is this image that we are getting from our cart. So item.image. So let us provide some basic styling to the image so that we can see it on the screen. Okay, so for the style, let us give a width of 70 and a height of 70. So save the file. Yeah, so as you can see, we can see the items coming up. Let's also provide the key. So key equals to key. Okay, so for this view, the outside view, let's give a background color of white and a flex of 1 so that it comes to the entire screen. Okay, so now for our this view inside our map function, we will give a top spacing, let's say margin of 10. All right, and we'll also give a background color which is over here, that is the blue one. So let us copy that. So style equals to background color. So I have the color code with me, so 006491. Save the file. Yeah, okay. I think the margin should have been given to the auto view over here. That is the pressable. So let's try that out. Okay. Nope. I don't think that's where the margin should come. I mean, yeah, because it should cover the entire thing, right? So let us give padding of 10 first. Yeah, and here let us give some margin 5. Nope. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, so we'll also give padding of 10 as well as a margin of 10 so that it looks like this, and it also contains a bit of border radius. So let us give that too. So border radius of 8, then save. Okay, yeah, you can see that round border radius appearing. All right, so the next thing we do is we render a view for the text part. Okay, so this will come right after the image. Let's also give some border radius to the image as well. So border radius of 6 of 5. All right, 6 is good. So now we will render the texts. I think it contains 3 texts. Let us render one for the name. Next, okay, so the next one we will make use of a view because it contains 2 texts, and then we can write flex with action row for it because it contains the size as well as the description. So 2 texts, another text, and over here we will render the final text. That is for the price. Okay, so the first text contains the name, so let's write item.name. Save the file. Yeah, so you can see that coming up. So the next text will contain the size, item.size. Okay, over here this contains the item dot the description. Okay, item dot description. Yeah, we are getting like a long line of description, so let us short it down to less number of characters. So substring of 0 comma, let's say 20 characters. Yeah, I think 20 is way too small. 30. I think 30 is good because when it goes inside a line that is flex direction, it also contains the size and the text. I think that time it would go outside, so I think 35 should be okay. Then we will add those 3 dots. All right, so the next thing over here is total. So let us copy our total. I think we have already calculated it in our pizza component. No, or in the pizza screen mostly. Yeah, so let's copy that piece of code into our card screen. I think this console log is not needed. Yeah, so over here we will render the total price. So here we are converting the item dot price and we are actually converting it to a number first, and then we are multiplying it so that the price multiplies with the quantity, and then we are making use of the reduce function to calculate the total price. So over here we will simply render the total. Okay, so we also need the rupee symbol. I think that can be done later on. Okay, so save the file. Yeah, so we are getting the total price as well. So the next thing we do is we will start designing it. So let us so after the image we will make use of another view which will contain all of this, that is all the texts. So put it inside that, and for this view that is over here. Yeah, this view we will give a flex direction of row and then align items of center. Yeah, so you can see everything coming up in a line. So let's also give some spacing towards the left. So margin left of 10. Okay, not to that one, to the view which contains the names. All right, so that is coming over here, I guess. I think we have an extra view. Yeah, so over here let's give a margin left of 10. Okay, so now yeah, for this view which contains the size and the description, we will align it in a flex direction of row. So flex direction row, line item center. Yeah, so as I told, it's almost going towards the next part. So let us decrease the number of characters and set it to be 30. Okay, and then after this one we will render that or symbol. Alright, so for the styling of the text, the color should be white. Alright, so the same color goes for our size too. Should be white. Okay, because I added an extra s, that was not working. Okay, so color should be white, and then for this thing let us give a bit of spacing. We will give the spacing to this view, that is a margin vertical of 6. All right, yeah, so for the name let it be bold, so let us give that styling. So font size of 16 and then font weight of bold, and then a color of white. Okay, so let's also increase the font size of our size and our description, that is over here. It'll be 15. Yeah, and let us decrease the number of characters, set it to be 25. Yeah, so let us give the same size, that is to the size attribute, that is font size of 15. Okay, let's increase it a bit more, 17. Okay, cool, fine. So the next thing we do is we will style the total part. So for that, style equals to color of white and a font size of 16. Save the file. Yeah, I think we are done with that part. Okay, so yeah, but one problem which I noticed right now is we are simply rendering the total price, all right, which is not right. We should be rendering the price of that particular element multiplied with the amount of quantity it has. So instead of total, we'll be rendering item dot price, um, come on, item dot price multiplied by our item dot quantity. I think now it should look good. Yeah, so 130 and 180. So the rupee symbol will be done later, that is not an issue. So now we will style this part, that is the people also ordered component, that is the when the user selects before to go into the next screen whether or not to add some more items to his cart. So we will do this right after the map function. So let us just import or just copy down the data we have, that is over here. So yeah, just copy the data and then move to our cart screen, and let us just paste it over here. Okay, so that we can make use of it. So just after our a map function, that is over here, again we'll be using the map function to design this part. Okay, so let us write sites dot map for every item. We'll be rendering something. Let's also take the index. So we'll be rendering again a pressable. Okay, I think it's already imported. Yes, so this will contain a view and an image, the first one. So this will take a source, and for this we need to give the URI. So let's check what is the attribute that is. So first let us remove the console.log or comment it out. Yeah, so for the image attribute, it is image itself. So let us write URI is going to be item.image. So let me check the style part. Okay, so it has a width of 60 and a height of 60 and a bit of border radius of 5 or 6. Save the file. Yeah, so you can see all the images appearing. So for the view, we will give some background color. Actually not for the view, for the pressable. So style has a margin of 10, background color of E8, E8, E8. Okay, and then a border radius of 4, a particular width of 160 and some height of 120. So this is the styling for this part. Yeah, so as you can see, we are getting that each item. So over here, next what we do is we need to render the right part, that is the text as well as the price. So right after the image, we will render a view which contains two texts. Again, a text for the price. So the first one is going to contain the name. It's going to be item.name. This is going to be item.price. So let's check if you've written the attributes correctly. Yeah, we have the name, we have the price. Okay, so save the file. Alright, we are getting everything right. Okay, so now what we do is we will give some bit of padding to the view. So style equals to padding of 10. Okay, so for this view, it has two children components, that is the image and this view. So we will give a flex direction of row and then align items of center. So flex direction row center. Save the file. All right, and let us actually decrease the width for the text so that it doesn't go outside the view. So let's give a width of 60. Yeah, I think 60 is looking good, and let's try 70. Okay, fine, never mind. So now for this view, let us give some spacing towards the left since it's almost touching the image. So margin left of 10. All right, okay, so now for the price part. Okay, so style, so font size of 13 or 14, font weight of bold. All right, anything yet to be done? We just need to add our rupee symbol. Okay, so let us also give some font size to our name of 15. All right, so for the entire pressable outside, it since everything is coming in a row, I mean in a column, let us make it into a row. So for that, flex direction row, and then align items of center. Excuse me. So let's format the document. Yeah, so these are pretty much the styles for our pressable. Okay, so save the file. Okay, I think we shouldn't have used a pressable, so let's make use of a scroll view. I don't think that was the right style. Okay, so over here, scroll view, and let's put our entire function that we have declared here and then paste it here. So for the scroll view, let's give an attribute of horizontal, so everything comes into a horizontal direction. Hopefully this works. First, let's import it as well. So save the file. Yes, there you go, in one shot, done. Yeah, so we can scroll through the list and we can see each of the items. Okay, so now just after the view, we will render a view that is for the line, as you can see over here, that gray color line. So this has some styling, so style equals border color of PE, BE and BE, also contains a border radius of 1, and then let's give a border style of dotted, and then a bit of border width of 0.5, so that we can see that line coming up. Yeah, so you can see that subtle line coming. So yeah, I think it's looking exactly the same. Fine, so let us give some spacing on the top, so margin top of 3. All right, so after that line, we have the add to cart. Fine, so let's make a pressable. This will contain a text which says add to cart. Yeah, so for our text styling, let's go over here and write text align of center, font size of 16, and then color of green, and save the file. Yeah, so a bit of spacing on the top, 4 of 6. Yeah, I think now it's looking exactly at the center. So let us I think let's increase the padding a bit, because I think it's looking a bit small. So over here where we have given the border radius, let's give a padding of 10 and check. No, or let's increase the height to be 130. Okay, I think 130 is good. So for the margin top, let's increase for 10. Yeah, I think now it's pretty clean. And let us give a bit of font weight to our add to cart of 600. Okay, format the document, and then now we will render this bottom part. So in the demo, if you would have seen, we had a scroll view That is, the bottom part was almost fixed to the bottom itself, but we were only able to scroll this items, because if the cart contains more than like 5 items, it will almost come to the bottom of the screen. So let us now render the scroll view. Okay, so over here, just after this view, this is going to be a scroll view, and we will add everything until here. So let us do that. So from our cart function until the scroll view, copy that and paste it over here. So format it once. Hopefully it should not give any errors. Let's check that out. Yeah, so as you can see, we can scroll. So this will only get to know if we will add more items to our cart. So now what we'll do is, yeah, we will render the bottom part over here. So okay, that will come right after this view. So let us do that part. So over here, after this view, let us render another view. It's going to give us an error because React only leaves, that is, allows only single component to be rendered. So we'll make use of the tags, one here and one right after the view. Yeah, so here we will start designing this part, the bottom part. So this contains a view with an icon and a text. So for the text, we will have a view again, because it contains two texts. Again, a text says delivering to home. This will contain that dummy data, as I told. Love complex. So let us go get that icon, that is the location icon. So search for location, and then let us copy this one from in typo, and let us first import it in our file, and let us again copy our render component and let us paste it over here. All right, okay, let me save the file. Yeah, so you can see that text appearing along with the icon. So for this view, let's give it a bit of height of, let's say, 200. Okay, it's still not appearing. I don't know why is that happening. Okay, because we have given height to wrong spelling. Yeah, okay, so we can see the text and the icon being rendered with the height of 200. So for this one, let's give a margin of 10, and then let's also give a flex direction of row, and then align items of center. All right, and then for this view, a bit of spacing on the left. Yeah, so for the text part, we will give like a font weight of bold, and the font size as well, right? So font size of 15. Over here, again, let's increase the font size but not give it a bold. Let's give it a particular width of 80 of 200. All right, and a bit of spacing on the top. Okay, I think the color should be given gray. Save the file. Okay, so now what we do is the next thing we render is the cache, that one. So again, let's copy that view again, and then let's make the changes. So instead of the second text, we will remove that. I don't think that is required. Okay, we require that. We do require it. So instead of this one, we will write pay via cache, and here we will render our total price instead of this text. Yeah, so let us also uh, change the icon, that is pay icon. So let us copy that icon, pay, copy it from font awesome, and then paste it over here. Also, let's copy the render component code over here, and then let's make the changes. So instead of end typo, come on, come on. All right, let's do it manually. Come on. So let's paste it over here, save the file. Okay, so now let us grab our rupee symbol. Let's copy it, and then let us paste it over here. And we also need it in the second component where we rendered those side lists. Okay, so not able to find the item price. Yeah, over here. And then we also need it where we are rendering the cart items, that is, I think here, item dot price or item dot quantity. All right, so now what we do is we are pretty much done with this part, but we will also need to define a on press event for add to cart, so that we will add that item to the cart, and we can see that we can see that item being added to the cart as well. So let us do that first. Yeah, so let me create a event for our add to cart, that is over here. So on press equals to add to cart. So we will define this at the top right after here. So const add to cart equals to, here we will simply write a basic function that we just followed in the previous application. So we have access to our set cart and cart as well. So we will set our cart, we will include whatever is there in our cart, and then we are just going to add our item. Okay, so let's also take the item as a parameter, and then let us pass it over here as well where we have declared it. Okay, so let's make use of a function. So add to cart of our item that we just pressed on. Okay, so save the file. So let's see if all the details are correct or not. Okay, so we have the description for our sites, we have the quantity, okay, we have the name, we have the image. I think pretty much it should gonna work. So let's give it a try. So if I press on add to cart, yeah, so as you can see, we are getting that item being added to the cart. Let's try another item. Yeah, we're getting that as well. So as you can see, if I'm scrolling that, the scroll indicator is coming. So let us remove that by setting it to false. Okay, so over here, let us write so horizontal scroll indicator and set it to false. Save the file. Yeah, so now as you can see, we are not able to see that scroll indicator, which is nice. Okay, I think we are done pretty much. Okay, so we can even see that cache being increased as we add our items to our cart. Okay, I actually forgot to add the payment button that is at the bottom. That is this one, place order button. So that will come right after this view again. So let's make use of a pressable, and this will contain a text which says place order. Alright, so for the pressable, let's give some styling. That is margin left of auto, margin right of auto as well, and then a bit of background color, let's say green, and a bit of padding of 6. And for the text styling, let us give a text line of center, and then a color of white. Come on, a color of white and a font weight of bold. So let's check it out. How is it looking? So save the file. Yes, there you go. And let's also give it a bit of border radius. So border radius of 5 again. No, I think border radius should be given to the pressable and not to the text. Okay, so let's copy that and paste it over here. Yeah, you can see the changes being applied. So let's give a padding of 10 and not 6. Okay, we are able to add items to our cart as well. Okay, and we can even see the place order button with the correct cache being rendered. Okay, I think we are pretty much done with this screen. So we, in this video, we basically displayed the cart items that we just added from our previous screen, and then we also designed this part so that the user can add more items to the screen before moving to the next screen if the user is interested. So now I think I also forgot to add the text part, that is people also ordered. So let's go do that. So just right after the okay, so let us initialize a view first, and then let's put the text inside it. And the view will also contain the scroll view, so that the horizontal scroll view that we just created. So let's copy it until our scroll view. I think till here. Yeah, and let us paste it inside. I think I made a mistake. Come on. So from our, okay, just this scroll view, not the first one. Okay, so yeah, from here till the this one, let us paste it inside our view, formatted. Yeah, so inside our view, the first thing we will write is the text, which will say people also ordered, and then format it first, save the file. Yeah, so you can see the text coming. So for the text, come on, let's give it a bit of styling. Okay, so let's say a color of, no, color should be black itself, a font size of 18, and a font weight of bold, and a bit of padding also. Yeah, so as you can see, we are able to see the text, and you can even see the vertical scroll bar coming when we scroll through the cart items. So to remove that, let's go to the scroll view, and then let us set our show vertical set bar to false. So show vertical scroll bar to false. Save. Yeah, and then we are pretty much able to add all the items to our cart. Okay, let's add even this item. All right, yeah, I think we are pretty much done with this screen. So in the next video, we will render the map, and then we will render two basic informations regarding the items. So that's going to be a very short video. So in this video, we actually just design the screen with basic details, that is the cart items, and we also give a option to the user, that is to add more items to our cart before checking out to the next screen. So let's see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.